So today is what some people or some YouTubers, I guess, like to do, story time. So basically, tell you about somewhat of my life, I guess, is what people would say, but I've been doing pretty good at life. It's just some annoying people, neighborhood. But there's this always annoying neighbor. That one really annoying little kid. I don't know if you guys have it where you guys live, but it's just that one annoying little kid. It's this kid. I'm not gonna say his name, so I'm just gonna call him Fred. So basically, Fred, when I was smaller, he was still around. It was I think 3 years ago. He would constantly come over to my house, and he would just grab toys from my yard, or from I had a little bucket outside, first of all, with the toys and stuff, because I couldn't keep them inside. And I didn't really care that it was outside, but it was just the fact that he kept coming over and taking the stuff, and then he'd say he didn't take anything. But when I went over to his house, I'd always see my stuff there, which got me really mad. I mean, he could have asked and I would have let him borrow them, but the fact that he just took it and didn't tell me anything is what gets me mad. He didn't even ask. He just grabbed them and just ran. And so basically it's been that for a while, but I just stopped putting my stuff outside. And yeah, I guess it stopped. And what else? Oh yeah, his sister would, now that we're older, he has a sister. And I'm just gonna call his sister Person. Okay, so Person would always come over to my house, is still probably coming over to my house. And she usually just hangs out with my little sister, but she doesn't really she's not really nice. I mean, some people might think of her as nice, but not to my sister. Because they always mess around. My sister would act like a little roar at her, like a dinosaur or something. She does that a lot, and out of nowhere, she'd punch her, uppercut her in the face, or whatever. And my sister would she would have no reaction, but it hurt her. That I know that. And she'd her eyes would water. Dang, can't talk today. Would water, and she'd sometimes cry because she would hit her, or Person would hit her. And she still wanted to hang out with her though, because I guess they were friends. And she literally only really wants to hang out with my sister because my parents bought her a trampoline a while ago, the kids' trampoline, and she just came over to jump on it. But now she usually just actually hangs out with my sister, and she turned a little nicer now, but she still sort of hits my sister, but not as much. And outside, usually I just sit there. Then nowhere, she'd come over, and I'm like, okay, I really don't care. And then out of nowhere, she'd hit my sister. Oh, okay, then, and my sister would just get mad, I guess. And she wouldn't really she wouldn't exactly hit her back, but she'd always just come over and ask for things, to play with my little sister's toys. And then one day my sister got a white Volkswagen car driver thing, whatever it's called. little cars that little kids can drive. And when you it has like a whole stereo thing, and it's pretty cool, I guess. And as a stereo that you connect a MP3 player kind of thing, and we'd play music on it, and then she'd come over because she wanted to drive it. My sister's like a little selfish and wouldn't let her. She wouldn't even let her near it. And then out of nowhere, person would just push her out, like grab her, like in GTA where you take someone out of the car, grab her, push her out, and start driving it. And I saw that from the window, and then I just looked at her, and she said that my sister said that she could drive it, and I knew she was lying because first I saw her through the window, and second of all, my sister didn't even let her near it. So what are the odds that she's gonna let her drive it? And I guess my sister got mad about it, and she like almost hit her, but I told her not to, but she's not worth it. And I guess she doesn't really come over to our house anymore, and like there's nothing really much more to say. She doesn't come over anymore. It's just, yeah, basically, I don't know. I don't know what I'll tell you guys. She doesn't come over anymore, which I'm sort of grateful for, because she would also be really mean. Okay, sorry, I had to pause the video for something. Basically, she doesn't come over anymore, and I guess I'm happy about that. I don't really know how to feel about it. And basically, that's all about that. And I guess that they don't like us, I guess. And there's another neighbor. I really don't. I'm not gonna put him a nickname, and I'm not gonna say his name. But he has a cousin or a nephew. I don't really know what this other kid is, but I'm gonna call him by his Xbox name. So Venom is my neighbor's niece or nephew or whatever. Is a guy, so I don't really know. So anyways, since I have him on Xbox, he would constantly try to what's it called? Would try to come over, but all he really wanted was to play on an Xbox, because he didn't have an Xbox at this time. And all he really wanted was to play Fortnite. And at first, every time he'd come over and ask to play, if we could play. Then at one point I tested him and said, what if we go outside? He's like, okay. What if you go outside and I play the Xbox? I'm like, no, because I don't know if you're going to buy something or not. And I don't want to take the risk of that. And he was sort of understanding about it, but I didn't really want to leave him alone right now. So I just stood there and I said, no. I said, let's go outside. He said, why? I don't want to. And then he said he's going to leave. So then he left. And then I started playing the Xbox. And then Venom, I guess, heard it from over there. And he randomly just came over and started asking if he could play. I'm like, okay. And so I let him play. But he would constantly yell. Like, even I yell a lot, but he'd yell way more than me. And he doesn't really get that mad, but he'd get a little mad. And he has a friend that he would bring over to, like, his cousin's house or uncle's house or whatever. So Venom comes over, and he's like, can I play? I'm like, sure, why not? Come on, let's play. And then he comes in, and then 5 minutes later, or like 10 minutes later, not really sure what time it is, probably like at 8, No, wait. Yeah, 8 in the morning. He comes over. He leaves, and then he comes again. Like, 5 minutes later. And then he comes with this really chubby-looking kid, and he asks to play. And it gets annoying because he'd like constantly come, which, I mean, I guess I could tolerate that, but he bringing another friend would sort of get me mad. And then he did the same thing. I'm like, okay, let's go outside instead, because I don't really want that much people playing. The other kid understood, but Venom, he still wanted to play. He said, what about you go outside and I, play the Xbox with my friend? I said, no, that's not how it's gonna work. And I guess he got mad, and I haven't really been talking to him anymore. So I guess that's the end of story time. And let me know in the description below if you guys want to hear more of these. And you guys can really choose about what the topic is, like how I've been doing in my year, like sports. I've been in soccer, football, 2 years in football actually. It's my second year, and basketball, yes. And we could also talk about, I guess, how I'm doing in school, or how school's been, or how things have been going on in my life, yes. And yeah, you guys can choose next topic, I guess.